My next question would be, what impact do you think exponential technology is going to have in the next 20 years? You spend a huge amount of time traveling all over the world and sharing with people. You know, blockchain is literally one of many exponential technologies. What impact do you think it's going to have on people? You know, we're talking a lot tonight around exponential technology, blockchain, cryptocurrency, but I really want to get a sense, David, from your perspective as to what impact do you think it's going to have in people's lives and whether they really need to pay attention to what's happening.
So as I keynote conferences from Asia to Europe to America, really one of my goals and the reason I'm invited is to put radical, important transformations in a broader context. When people hear artificial intelligence and robotics and self-driving cars and CRISPR and biotech and genetics and blockchain and fintech and clean tech, and they very rightly say, oh my God, I need to shut all this out because I cannot handle it. Unfortunately, they cannot afford not to handle it. So they need a thread that can guide them to attach understanding to each of these apparently separate pieces of message that they receive. All of the technologies that I listed are exponential. What it means is that just like our computers in the late 70s, they start out incredibly weak and powerless, and only those who care a lot will dedicate their time and effort to use them. But then they become incredibly powerful, extremely affordable, and so easy to use that everybody will employ them for many different ways. You know, the phones that we carry around are real supercomputers in our pockets, many times more powerful than the computers that brought us to the moon. So the same mechanisms that created this change in the past 20, 30, 40 years are going to impact transportation, energy, the construction business, manufacturing, health, food, agriculture, security, policymaking, learning, and value creation, the enterprise, and the definition of work. And the reason my firm is called Network Society Ventures, and it is part of a group of companies that I created, and think tank and all Network Society something, is because I believe that the consequence of all of these technologies is going to be decentralization. Just like,
well, I mean, can we move on to that, David? Because you mentioned talking about a decentralized business model and effectively a blockchain business model, and I think it, you know, because these technologies allow this to happen, and I agree with you where it's going, and I'd love to just share your thoughts on that.
So yes, let me give you a few examples. Solar energy is available everywhere on the planet. And it actually doesn't matter where you are. A lot of people say, oh, I wish I could take advantage of solar energy, but my home is wherever. It is not exposed well, or I'm in Norway, it's dark 6 months out of the year. I cannot take advantage of solar energy. Not true. You can use platforms to invest in solar and then stream the solar energy value via Bitcoin to your digital wallet. Or manufacturing, where 3D printing makes it possible for enterprises and consumers to take advantage of advanced manufacturing capabilities without the need of sending an order for 1 million gizmos to the Chinese that takes 6 months to deliver. It can be produced on demand right where you are. Or peer-to-peer learning, where because of the speed of change, including blockchain technology, it is much more important to connect with other people and learn from each other and from each other's mistakes than not rely on a single central authority that pretends to know everything while they do not. You know, there is no university where you can go and get a master's degree in Bitcoin. It just doesn't exist. And it cannot exist because by the time they would create that master's degree, Bitcoin moved on. And it is now something so different that they have to go back to the drawing board. So that is why doing what you are doing, Scott, absorbing the pieces of knowledge that you go on and share immediately with your peers, with the wealth partners, is so incredibly valuable. And I wish they did the same. You know, I wish you had wealth partners that did webinars because you inspired them and had dinners and just really got excited about what the world offers today.
Well, David, it's a great interlude into the next question, but I would say two things there. The one is that, you know, talking a lot about exponential technologies over the next month and a half, we're going to be doing 4 more webinars with you, actually going into some of the details. The second thing is it's a great idea, David. We should really create a coin called Wealthy Coin and incentivize people to do those presentations and dinners, like you said. but tongue in cheek there.